Season 2 of NBA 2K26 has been out for a while, and there has been a lot of changes within the gameplay. Season 2 is way different from Season 1, so we're going to go over some of the best jump shots for every height and every three-point rating. Before we get into it, be sure to drop a like on the video if you enjoy NBA 2K26 content. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel. My goal is to hit 400K, and I can't do that without your help. So let's go ahead and get into it. Before we get into it, I'm just being fully transparent. I'm really only talking about bases in this video because when it comes to the jump shot, the base is the most important part. Of course, release 1 and release 2 matters a little bit, but as long as your release has a good visual cue, it doesn't matter which one you pick for the most part. Also, when it comes to the blend and everything, it's really up to you. I'll show you what I use. I recommend release and full speed for all of my jump shots. But once again, that'll be different for every single person that watches this video. So that's why I'm only going over bases. To get it going with the under 6'4" bases, if you're a point guard out there with a high three-point rating and you're just trying to shoot the pill off the basketball, the first base I would recommend is, of course, Steph Curry. Steph Curry has been a great base in 2K for a few years now. It's straight up and down. It's pretty quick, it's smooth, and consistent. When it comes to the requirements, you need a 93 mid-range or a 93 three-point shot. Honestly, if you're running a point, you want your three-point shot pretty high in my opinion, so Steph Curry should be available to you. In my opinion, some bases are better with the rhythm shot, some bases are better with the button. I like the Steph Curry base because you can basically use either one and still shoot pretty well from the field. So definitely try out Steph Curry if you haven't already. The next one that I will be talking about is the Allen Iverson base. For the Allen Iverson base, all you need is an 83 mid-range or an 83 three-point shot. So once again, if you're running a point guard, you should be able to unlock this. I like this base for the same reason I like the Steph Curry base or any other base in this video. Just like Steph Curry, this jump shot is straight up and down. You're not moving forward and back. Moving forward and back on NBA 2K is fine, but sometimes it just messes you up, especially when you're trying to shoot a 3 and it scoots you up, so you're shooting a 2 now. With the Steph Curry and Allen Iverson base, you're shooting up and down, so that doesn't happen as much. As for upper release 1 and upper release 2, I always use Beluba when I can. If I can double up on Beluba, that's great. If I can only use Beluba on 1, I'll probably go Cal Culver on release 2 or Terrence Ross on release 2. But once again, I'm not talking about releases too much in this video because that's really up to you and what you prefer. Same with the blending and release speed. When it comes to my jump shots, I like to use release for the visual cue and maximize my full release speed. So the next jump shot for under 6'5", we're going Kyrie Irving on the base. Kyrie Irving has always been a pretty good jump shot base on NBA 2K, but I don't know what it is about NBA 2K26, but it's actually better than it was in previous years. That might be because of the tempo shooting. It might be because shooting is just relatively easy this year, but Kyrie Irving is definitely a base you should check out. Now, I'm not going to waste your time. Once again, all these bases are good for the same reason. They're straight up and down. They're smooth, consistent, and they can use rhythm shooting or button shooting. I know on some of these jump shots, you'll be looking at the shot attributes like the release height, the release speed, the defensive immunity, and time and stability. And for the most part, the grades will be high. Sometimes the time and stability will be pretty low because I don't necessarily care about that. Just know a high grade doesn't mean a good jump shot and a low grade doesn't mean a bad jump shot. It's all up to the animation. So if you're under 6'5" and you haven't been shooting like you want, definitely check out Allen Iverson and Kyrie Irving. Those are the 3 bases that will get you right. Now let's move on to the taller builds all the way up to 6'10". Now these are the jump shots I normally use, and you can see the results in the gameplay footage. I shoot almost 80% from 3. Most of the time I hover around 75, and I'm talking all dribble shots and set shots. So let's go ahead and start with the first jump shot that I like a lot. So let's get it started with Devin Booker. Now, I'm not saying Devin Booker because he's one of my favorite players right now that's playing for my favorite team, but I used Devin Booker all of NBA 2K25, and I was kind of mad when NBA 2K26 came out and Devin Booker wasn't in the game. But they did release his jump shot in Season 2, and it's really good. It's really quick. It's really stable. You know, Devin Booker does have one of the best jump shots in the league, and so they had to make it cold on NBA 2K26. For the attributes, all you need is an 86 mid-range or an 86 three-point shot. For most people that's playing off ball, they definitely have that. 86 is nothing, and if you're under 6'10", you should definitely try out Devin Booker. Once again, for my upper release 1 and 2, I always use Baluba or Terrence Ross and Baluba. But you can switch it up and go Cal Corver and Baluba or whatever. Just have some Baluba in your shot. Now, let's say you don't have an 86 3 ball. You can still use Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes is my most used jump shot on NBA 2K26. And I think it's one of the most popular jump shots on NBA 2K26 because all you need is an 82 mid-range or an 82 3-point shot. Once again, you're not getting pulled into the mid-range. That's my biggest gripe with some of these bases. It is super smooth, and you want to rhythm shoot with Quentin Grimes, especially if you play the rec or the park. You're not missing any shots. If you missed a shot, that's really on you, bruh. To me, this is still one of the easiest jump shots to use when you're rhythm shooting, and it's still one of the best animations because, once again, straight up and down, you can shoot over people. When I'm not doing player build videos, I'm using Quentin Grimes. For the next jump shot base, we have one of the OGs, one of the original shooters, and that's Cal Corver. Now, these are the people that are playing off ball, but they also have a high 3-point rating. We appreciate you in Random Rec, by the way. You'll want to have a 90 mid-range shot or a 93-point shot, and you'll want to rhythm shoot this shot also. Straight up and down, no hitches, really easy to use. If you have a high 3-point rating and you want a jump shot that a lot of people aren't using, Cal Corver would definitely be the one for you. The last jump shot for this height is still one of the best, but once again, I just like Quentin Grimes way more, but Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. still has a great jump shot on NBA 2K26. Not only that, but you only need an 83 mid-range and an 83 3-point shot. You want to rhythm shoot with this jump shot, of course, but if you use the button, it isn't that bad either. I used this jump shot before I switched over to Quentin Grimes, and I was shooting around 70 to 75% when the game first came out. So if you're open, you're going to knock down the jump shot. My only knock on this base is you're moving forward a little bit, and sometimes it pulls you in for the mid-range. That's why I had to get off of it. But if you shoot a shot with Michael Porter Jr., oh, it's going to be smooth. It's going to be butter, and you're going to make it. It's going to be green. So if you went 83 on your mid-range or three-pointer and you just wanted that bronze limitless range, be sure to check out Michael Porter Jr. because it works out really well. Now, let's talk about some jump shot bases for taller builds. Some of these bases you have to be over 6'10", but some of them you just have to be taller than 6'5". So if they work for the taller builds, they'll definitely work for your guard build, your 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", whatever. For the first one, it's actually funny because I was using this for my Kevin Durant build, and I wanted to use Kevin Durant animations. And then I jumped online and realized, yo, Kevin Durant has a really good jump shot on NBA 2K26, really good. So if you want to try out that Kevin Durant base, definitely check it out. I used Kevin Durant for the upper release 1 and 2, and we were still cashing out. When you're big on NBA 2K and you're able to stretch the floor a little bit, you still want to have a pretty quick jump shot. You don't want to be standing out on the perimeter having a slow jump shot and people are still able to contest you, even if you're taller than them. So that's what I like about Kevin Durant and the rest of the jump shots I'll show you in this video. Next up, we have Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac is pretty much a staple in NBA 2K. Once again, I know you see those grades and you're like, there's no way I'm using this base. And fair, yeah, the grades look pretty bad, but once again, on NBA 2K, and you have to trust me on this, in NBA 2K, it's all about the animation, not the stats, okay? So the good thing with Jonathan Isaac is that it's a textbook jump shot. Straight up and down, sets your feet. It's not pulling you into the mid-range, and it's quick. So if you're over 6'10" and you need a pretty stable and quick jump shot, I definitely recommend Jonathan Isaac. But I feel you. The grades look crazy. But this is just one of those situations where you just trust me, bro. Just trust me. For the next jump shot, we have O'Shea Brissett. Once again, another staple in NBA 2K. For this jump shot base, you need to be at least 6'5". So if you're a taller build, you can still use it. Also, all you need is a 76 mid-range and a 76 3-point shot. Most people would say O'Shea Brissett is the taller version of Steph Curry. So if you like Steph Curry and you usually run point guard and you're just trying to switch it up and you need a jump shot base for your big, O'Shea Brissett will be the jump shot for you. Also, if you're kind of scared to use that Jonathan Isaac, I understand. I get it. Use O'Shea Brissett and you'll cash out, all right? So look, don't hang that Jonathan Isaac over my head unless you tried it. You feel me? But O'Shea Brissett is good also. For the last jump shot, we're going Wemby. Now, I was using my 7-4 build in season 1. I haven't posted gameplay on it yet, but the Wembanyama jump shot is actually really smooth, as it should be, because, you know, he's going crazy in the NBA right now. If you're taller than 6'10" and you have a 79 mid-range or three-point shot, I would definitely look into Victor Wembanyama because he's a unicorn. His jump shot base is really good too, and it's fast, and he jumps high. There is a little front and back movement, pause on that if needed, but other than that, it's a great jump shot base to try out if you haven't tried it out. So those are my favorite jump shot bases in the game. As always, be sure to leave your jump shot base and release in the comments below. Let's just go ahead and help people out and let people know what you're cashing out with. So I hope this video was able